Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Weekend Forecast for the weekend of May 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th, 2013. I am astrologer David Palmer, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. We have a big, powerful lunar eclipse in Gemini, Sagittarius, full moon, baby, on Friday night coming into Saturday morning. Depends on where you're at. For me in California, it's happening on Friday night. This is a powerful lunar eclipse, the ending of the last three eclipses that happened during the last fate train of the last month. All the fate coming into your life. And when I mean that hoot hoot, I mean imagine that hoot hoot. There has been relationships, there have been situations, there have been new opportunities. There is a lot that has come your way. And all of this that has come your way in the last month, even if they're just feelings, it is all taking you to the right place in your life, to what you are destined to. And this is about the new idea of your life, the new attitude of your life, the control of this freaking mind. What a mind do we have here? What a mouth do we have as well? And it is our ability to communicate. This is our ability to register the reality as well. It is important that our mind works so we can understand this is green, this is blue, this is why we say this. We answer questions. We are answering the questions of our life right now. And it is important to note that this is a powerful weekend because there are so many shifts. We're going to go through a lot of them. I'm going to try to get as many as I can out. I'm not doing a horoscope for Monday because it is my vacation weekend and I'm going to take it. So I'm going to push all this right now. Let's start with Friday. Friday, the moon finishing up in Scorpio coming into Sagittarius for a full moon. It's going to happen at 4 degrees, Gemini, Sagittarius. It's going to be squaring Neptune in Pisces at 5 degrees. So a lot of confusion. We are dealing with mutable signs here. We are dealing with change. The universe is bringing a lot of change, a big T-square. This can bring a little bit of a challenge in everybody's life to try and understand where they're going, a little confusion. The mind especially trying to figure things out, wanting to listen to spirit, but you know what? What is blocking it all? Well, our emotions are embedded in old belief structures, old experiences we've had in our life, which are dictating why our mind is thinking the way it is. Yes. It is your old experiences. It is your old perception of this reality, your old vision of what you should come into in this life that is creating why your mind has been thinking in the way it has. So this is a big reboot emotionally, that the universe is pushing a reboot on your experiences, a reboot on your perception of the world in order for you to come into a new understanding, in order for you to start to listen to spirit, to let the flow happen. To not let your emotions and your awareness get in between spirit. You know, it is making sure that spirit lets the flow happen, that you're listening to your higher self, that you're following the signs that the universe bringing for you to understand what to happen, to understand what to do in this life, period, to understand how to think, to understand why things are happening. There's been so much of why right lately. I mean, we're all kind of going crazy. I mean, a guy in London the other day did some crazy crap. That's where we're at, folks. So coming into the weekend, there's going to be a lot of talk. We've got Mercury, we've got Venus hanging out on top of Jupiter. A lot of talk, a lot of questions, a lot of thoughts, a lot in relationships. So much connecting relationships. This is a weekend where it's about the relationships you have and what you do with these relationships, what you communicate, what you feel out of these relationships. And throughout this weekend, you know, the moon's going to come through Sagittarius, and it's going to be interesting after this big lunar eclipse as you're releasing the old mind. Really, this is coming with higher parts of your mind, lower parts of your mind. It is an old mind being released. It is getting ready for the change. It is change that you need to step into. But it's interesting that the moon on Saturday night and into Sunday morning is going to oppose Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter. So making sure emotionally as well that we step into the new idea of our relationships. We step into this new communication, this new big understanding in the mind, and we let go again and not let our emotions of old experiences, old beliefs, step in between the new idea of your partnership, the new idea of this grand vision in your life. Jupiter's doing his hardest. Trust me, Jupiter is working his ass off trying to expand our minds. That's why your mind's been crazy for the last year. The universe has unveiled so much fate in 1 year ago from now. May of 2012 all the way to May of 2013 has been a huge fate train to come in with new relationships, with new patterns of the mind, closing out May of 2004, closing out May of 2012. Now, this is a big close. Also, this weekend, the Sun and Neptune are squaring each other, especially on Saturday. And this can mean, well, number one, this can be powerful in the sense of really trusting in spirit if you step over the hurdles and you allow the flow to happen. Or this can be where the facts are not clear. People talk a lot of talk. People say things that you think. You need to embrace compassion. Embrace the flow. Or it can be challenging. Go with the flow. If things don't work out the way you want to, if somebody comes off and says something to you at that bar and stuff, oh, this is a weekend where, watch out, there are machete people running around. But on a positive, there are also people who understand the clarity through spirit. And those are the people that will make it through this weekend and make the big impact in their life. It is interesting though that as we come into Sunday and into Monday, we have the moon in Capricorn, which is going to do this big square, right? It's going to square over there to Uranus and Aries. It's going to conjunct Pluto, and Sunday into Monday is powerful of the change as we are stepping out of this huge eclipse energy of releasing old emotions, the old structure of the way it is, more concrete breaking. To tap into this powerful Pluto-Uranus square, which is breaking the system of your life and stepping into the new. But more importantly, it is finding ways to access the new self, finding new opportunities out there, new epiphanies, and who you should be, what you should do, where you should go. And it all is this weekend and into Monday, where it pushes us out. It pushes us into really defining who we are by breaking free of the old system of control, that we're not obsessed in the way that it should be, that we're finding a new way of how it should be, of who you should be. And into Monday, it is this feeling of understanding why it all has happened, why all these events have happened in your life, why these new people have come in, because we are coming into a powerful week of really stepping into the Gemini energy, getting ready for Mars, ready to come into Gemini, and Mercury to leave Gemini. I mean, there is so much. This is really the peak of the last year of what you've been working on, and this is really pushing you into it to complete it, because as the Sun and Jupiter meet in the last week of June, this is what it was all about. This next month, everything pushing you into the next month. This next month, you close a huge chapter. Not only one from May of 2004, but you close one from May of 2012 and May of 2013. I know that's a lot, but that's what you're closing. So look back in your calendars. I brought it up before. And what else are you closing? Saturn and Scorpio is just at the beginning. We are back in your lives from 1983 and 84. So go back into your life, if you were around then, to make sure that you look at what life was like in 83, 84. And there is an unveiling there. There is an unveiling in a new decision you made in your life, a new structure that you built, a new truth that you're coming into. This is truth at the core of what we're coming into. And it is the truth of the new self, the new mind, the new attitude, the new beliefs, the new way to flow with spirit. And there is a big grand trine that is going to be forming here as Jupiter comes into Cancer. And it's going to be in water. And these are emotions. And we're leading up to have our mind ready so we can emotionally feel the life that we want to have, that we can flow in the life that we want. And it's taking this powerful shift and transformation in the mind. It is taking the leaving behind of an old life and stepping into a new, which is going to be constant. The universe is pounding this for the next 2 more years. Uncomfortable. This isn't a hammock type of life. Even a millionaire that's got billions of dollars is not having that life, trust me. We're all having it. We're all in this together. We're all the collective consciousness. And that's what I preach here. That's why I don't do individual signs unless I do it on a monthly. And honestly, you should be not paying attention so much to your individual sign. You should be paying attention to what we're all going through, what the universe is unveiling for the earth, what the universe is unveiling for every bit of this universe. That's where the power of astrology is. That's where the power of this eclipse is. You can look at your own chart and really get clear on what it is on this path. But the only way to be clear in your own chart, the only way to be clear in your own reading for yourself is to be clear on the masses. It is the foam on the top or the cherry on top of the whipped cream. The sundae is who you are. But it's not a sundae until you understand the cherry on top, which is what this is. And this is all about you understanding how we collectively are going through this, how you understand how I can give a reading right now through this and it's affecting you, it's affecting my mom, it's affecting my brother, it's affecting everybody in life. And that's the power of astrology. So embrace it. Embrace this weekend. Embrace the change. Don't get caught up in holding on to life the way you think it should be. This is about where life changes every little bit, every little second, and make sure that you leave behind the old experiences, the old beliefs of how it should be. Because there's a new idea, a new state of mind that you have to step into. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com, if you want a one-on-one reading with me. Thank you guys for all your support, and I will see you guys back on Tuesday the 28th to step into the week. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you then.